Welcome back. You are watching Morning Rush. It is time for entertainment. But of course, remember, we do want your feedback. So the platforms to use are the Zim Papers TV Network Facebook page or at ZTN Prime on Twitter and at ZTN Prime on Instagram. Now, my guest today is a hip-hop head. And I roll my eyes because hip-hop in Zimbabwe is a very tricky genre to pick. Now, it's even worse when you're coming from a very small town where sometimes the question of influence comes into play. However, today he is here to help us explain just how he is raising the map for the flag for Rusape in a country that is obsessed with big city names, especially where hip-hop is concerned. Taku, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Do you actually have like a whole hip-hop community in Rusape?
Nah, not really. It's just a few guys.
Just a few guys,
Yeah,
like
but we're working on it.
You and two other people.
Yeah, me and my next door neighbor.
So where did this influence hit you? Like where did you get this influence that made you want to become a rapper?
It's because I was hanging out with rappers. I was actually doing dancehall back in the day. So I began to play around with hip-hop beats because I was hanging out with hip-hop guys. Because, you know, in hip-hop is where you find the best vocal mixing. So when I wanted my dancehall tracks to be mixed well, the hip-hop guys had to do it until they said, dude, you can try out some beats. Until like the Loui era hit us, and then, you know, we were rapping to Maskiri raps, XQ, so, and then I just tried out my own raps. And then I thought, oh, I got something, let me work on it until I'm now here.
And how many years has this been in progress?
Yo, it's, since 2009, 2008, 9, but then I actually started pursuing it 2011. So then I thought, let me try pursue this thing seriously.
What for you has been the biggest motivator?
The biggest motivator has been where I come from. You know, where I come from, people don't believe we can make it through the arts and all that. So when you tell someone, Kuti, I'm from Rusape, they actually think, Kuti, what's down there, you know. So I actually wanted to like expose what we have down there. But no, we actually have rappers, we actually have a whole culture of hip-hop, R&B, you name it. So the biggest motivator is, you know, is people looking down on the small town. And then also it's something that I've loved for a long time. So I just thought, no, I need to like really push, and then believe you need to like, you need to do, when hip hop is not being accepted really well in Zimbabwe. Now imagine when you're coming down from Rusape.
Right.
You know, now you find out believe it. No, kuno kuchitoriko tinoto go now. So you have to work extra hard. So that it motivates me every day to know I need to work harder than the next guy. So that, because I never thought I'd even be here, you know. But then, you know, through Ngoramba Chizama, we ended up here.
But you know what? So have you ever been tempted to just say, look, I'm leaving, I'll stay in Manicaland, I'll go Kwamtara, because Kwamtara you've got an critic Igwe, you've got, you had Enemy. He was from there. You've had big names come out of Manicaland. Have they influenced you in any way? Have they tempted you to want to move to a city like Mutare or even just leave Rusape completely?
The good thing about the big guys, like, well, these I call them big brothers. The good thing about these boys, they tell me, don't move. You can make it urigwa urikoko. The problem is with this my age mates and these people who want to do things fast. You know, I've actually worked with Critic Igwe, I've actually worked with Anaflex, so a lot of guys from Mutari, even from Harare and Noble Styles, and they tell me, no, if you are really good and you are really passionate about what you do, there's no need for you to move out. And like when I need to travel to Harare or Mutari, I just travel. Like I just traveled from Rusape yesterday. You see, and today I'm here. If I want to go back after the show, I can just catch the bus and go back to Rusape. So because the big cities, the thing is, because also building all these platforms and all, so what I believe is in Rusape, we just need those people that initiate platforms so that other kids can shine. No, we don't have to keep coming down to Harare so that I can be on TV.
Exactly.
I can be on TV in Rusape. Right. You know, maybe your company can build something in Rusape for that entertainment community in Rusape on. So the big guys actually advised me to know when you need to work, you can come through to Harare, you can come through to Mutare. I've never been to Bulawayo, but I would like to go there and work with guys there. But then in Yangoti, small town, even the people in the small town don't believe in themselves. So I've been tempted sometimes, let me move and go to Harare, man. And maybe I'll blow up. Then we go and get booked somewhere else. But then what does it do for the young kids in Rusape that are coming behind me?
Talking about this issue of blowing up, I mean, people will say that these things come in different stages. And I read your Facebook post with the guy who asked you why you're not as big as you should be with the following that you have. How do you think we can start to change the mindsets of, especially of the people that we communicate with on social media? Because you're very engaged with your audience, but not entirely all of them will then say they support or believe. How do you start to change those mindsets very quickly?
I think step by step, because when you tell people, because the hard thing is when I put that post up, I was fed up with having to explain to everyone that doesn't understand the space that we are in. Telling someone, I'm even sure when at your time when you're starting, people are like, why are you doing TV? Why are you saying I'm a celebrity, you know? But then they don't understand the steps that artists and creatives go through. So this mindset, prove one wrong.
Taku, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that Rusape does blow up. Thank you for putting them on the map and putting them on our radar. Just here's a quick snippet of what Taku does offer, in case you weren't aware.
Stress kube mali, pani stress ababude mali. Ukata stress unaita migraine, right away swabuda mali. Yeah, been chasing my dreams, listening my tequila, never did it. I'm on the way to take a seat. I'm feeling that fresh. I'm off, I want to go now. Drag a panication, don't game, then don't go now. End up, I get to, drag a night from the get go. Let the priest go, echo. To the get go. Yeah, rest of the night, catch a mood on the vibe. Yeah, boys really tight to the mood on the vibe. My sister at your father's really good, feel a vibe. And the foot and in the pressure, I'm so we in my time. They tell no villa, so they tell no villa, bro. They tell no villa, so they tell no villa, bro. No stress, no stress, no stress, no stress.
And just like that, another morning done. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Rush. We hope that we'll get to see you again tomorrow, bright and early, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. But for today, from myself and the crew behind the scenes at ZTN Prime, here's wishing you a great day ahead, a great week, because we still have to get through it. But see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Noise makers, this day no boy life no change, but not chat wizard. Yeah, pena, one it chimney.